Hello traders, my name is Tomasz Wiśniewski. I'm a chief analyst at AUDJPY Research and Analysis, and this is daily analytical report. Let's start. Let me show you what is going on the markets. First we'll start with the calendar. So we had a speech from Mr. Bullard from Fed St. Louis. He was saying that he spoke with Donald Trump and maybe he will be the governor. He also mentioned that 50 basis point cut is maybe a bit too much, but 25 is okay. And that was positive information for the dollar, which is gaining traction right now. But from the fundamental point of view, this is as good an explanation as any. I think that correction was on the table for some time, and that was just the trigger. We would get this correction anyway, maybe even without a trigger. But yes, we got one from Mr. Bullard. Interest rate decision from the Reserve Bank of New Zealand. As you can see, rates remained unchanged here. What else I can show you is that we had Mark Carney talking recently, as you can see here, and well, Mark Carney said that no deal Brexit is not the plan A of either leading contender to succeed May as a prime minister. Response in rates not automatic if there is no deal. More likely provide stimulus than tighten policy after no deal. He said that Bank of England will change forecasts if government's official Brexit policy changes, and also that risk of a no deal Brexit has pushed down market path for interest rates. And foremost, that Bank of England forecasts do not include no-deal Brexit risk, which is priced into market interest rate forecast. So these are the highlights from Mark Carney, Bank of England governor. Still to come today, you can see durable good orders from US. This will be the most important data today. But what is the most important is not shown in the calendar, because what is happening is Treasury Secretary Mr. Mnuchin said that trade deal between China and US is 90% ready, is 90% complete, and this is definitely positive information for stocks, negative for safe haven assets. Positive for risky assets, negative for not risky, and well, in overall, this is the factor, this is the trigger that brings us corrections on many instruments. Midterm movements are now being corrected thanks to this. So first we can start with gold, where the weekly chart, thanks to this information and stronger dollar, thanks to Mr. Bullard, is gold is having a shooting star, so dollar is stronger. That's on a weekly chart. On a daily chart, you can see that there was a doji, we can call it a shooting star, yesterday and today. Sellers are moving in this direction. This is absolutely normal. What we should get is the test of this midterm and long-term horizontal support, because we didn't test it here. Here I created one scenario, but this is a long-term scenario. I said that it may happen at the end of this year. But short-term scenario, yes, it looks really probable that the price will drop to 1,360, around $60 for an ounce. So now gold is in a correction mode, and the downswing is really probable. Crude oil broke first important horizontal resistance, is now aiming another one. Horizontal resistance in this case will not be the strongest one here. The strongest one here will be dynamic resistance, and this black line, price breaking this black line, will give us a buy signal. Now S&P 500, and maybe I should start my journey with indexes with S&P 500, but the problem is that I didn't mention this on the Trading Sniper video because the movement is not technical, right? We stopped on a horizontal support, but it is not super crucial support. We broke the lower line of the rectangle, which is actually negative. So here I don't have a proper signal, but I do have a proper signal on DAX. So what happened on DAX is DAX was in a channel up formation. First we had a flag, and then DAX created a wedge. Just let me finish drawing this formation. This is the lower line of the wedge, and this is the upper line of the wedge. It resulted with the breakout to the upside, but first, before we had a breakout, we had a bounce from the horizontal support and a dynamic support. So very clean technical setup, upswing, correction, upswing, correction, upswing. So most probably with this momentum and with this situation, we are aiming long-term highs. FTSE British Index, FTSE is also having a good time. Also, we are seeing a positive situation here. So what happened is we have a head and shoulder pattern, left shoulder, head and a right shoulder, breakout of the neckline. Price breaks the neckline, bounces from the horizontal support, which creates a false breakout, and then we go up. And here situation is similar to this one on DAX. So upswing, flag, upswing, flag. In case of DAX, it was upswing, flag, upswing, wedge, upswing. Here is upswing, flag, upswing, flag. But we also break the upper line of this formation, which gives us a buy signal. So with this breakout of this upper line formation of this pattern, we do have a buy signal on FTSE. And now euro dollar. On euro dollar we also do have a correction, but look at this movement. Euro is getting stronger against dollar for the past few days, almost 2 weeks, and we went higher 230 pips without a correction whatsoever. So time for the correction came, and we do have a correction, and this movement is aiming the neckline of the investor in the shoulder pattern. So left shoulder, head, and right shoulder, we broke the horizontal resistance, we broke the neckline. We are testing it as a support, and from this point the price should continue to go higher. Euro dollar in the long term can aim this resistance. Let's check the Fibos. 50% Fibonacci would be good for a start, I guess. Australian dollar to Japanese yen. Here we had an ascending triangle pattern, but ascending triangle pattern give you buy signal when they are after an upswing. Here it was after a downswing, so it was just normal triangle. It was in theory promoting the breakout to the downside, but the price decided to do the other thing, so the price went higher and actually giving us a midterm buy signal for a reversal. And I told you this, that watch out for this support, because we are in a long-term horizontal support, important since 2010, let's say, which can bring us a reversal, and it brings us a reversal. Now Bitcoin is aiming $13,000. Most recent upswing, almost 100%, spectacular movement. Not much to add here. Those who bought around here should be very, very happy. Now New Zealand dollar to Canadian dollar, reversal continues, triple bottom formation works. The price is aiming long-term downtrend line. This is the first aim, second one is here. It does not change much because the short-term and mid-term sentiments are positive. The dollar index, after the breakout of this major downtrend line, we do have a correction, normal correction. which is about to test the broken support as a resistance, and it is an absolute natural movement, so no one should be surprised here, but the long-term sentiment remains negative. American dollar to Swiss franc, here we also do have a correction, so we can say that this area will be a crucial support, according to the price action, according to the technical analysis. What we should see here is a bounce from the green line and price aiming the purple line. So this is the current scenario. Maybe we'll aim for the horizontal resistance and a dynamic resistance, and this would be an amazing occasion to sell. American dollar to Japanese yen, here I had a short position which is already closed on a small stop profit order. Reversal is pretty significant here. Instead of this, well, we got a pen out, but just for a while. But the dominant formation here is double bottom, 1, 2, double bottom formation. We are aiming the horizontal resistance. If sellers think about going lower, they should defend this area, because this area is crucial for the sell signal. Once the price will come back inside of the triangle, inside of this symmetric triangle, that would mean a false breakout and a strong buy signal. Like in a weekly chart, if the price would manage to create a bullish angle, I think that would be catastrophic for the sellers, and that would bring us a proper buy signal. American dollar to Canadian dollar, what do we have here is a comeback to the weakness. So American dollar is still weak. Here it may be stronger on some instruments, but on this the weakness is huge, so the sell signal is on. And now Euro to PLN, where we finally do have some kind of a reversal. So those two tails worked, and the price should aim this horizontal resistance around 4.27. So let me recap the situation for you. On gold, short-term sell, long-term buy. On crude, rather positive, but for the long-term sell signal, we need to see the price breaking here. American dollar to, well, I'm sorry, this is S&P 500. It's positive, DAX positive, FTSE positive, Euro dollar positive, Australian dollar, Japanese yen positive, Bitcoin positive, New Zealand dollar, Canadian dollar positive, dollar index short-term buy, long-term sell. American dollar, Swiss franc, short-term buy, long-term sell. American dollar to Japanese yen, short-term buy, long-term still sell. But I may be afraid of the strength of this reversal. American dollar to Canadian dollar sell, and Euro to PLN, short-term buy, long-term sell. Thanks very much, guys. That was it. That was our daily analytical report. I hope you enjoyed this. And next one, you will be able to see it tomorrow. Thanks very much, guys, and all the best, and good luck in trading.